You know, guys, I really wish you had stayed in the cars because then we could have had the honks and we could have let St. Louis know from here, but the yells will do. My name is Matt Rauschenbach. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I am grateful to all of you for being here with us tonight. So who went out and voted for Tashara O. Jones for mayor today? With your help, we have arrived at a pivotal moment in our city's history. Treasurer Tashara O. Jones is now Mayor-elect Tashara O. Jones. And building on her legacy of first, she will be the first Black woman to be the mayor of the city of St. Louis. There were a lot of people who went into making this possible. Rosetta Okeson is the CEO and principal at Mo Political Consulting and campaign strategist and manager for this campaign. As Tashara likes to frequently say, Rosetta will squeeze a nickel until it bleeds and stretch $1 as far as it can go. Rosetta and Tashara have been working together for nearly 5 years. Through hours of call time, planning meetings, press conferences, rallies, and more, Tashara and Rosetta have led this campaign and brought hope to the city of St. Louis. To introduce Tashara O. Jones' son, Rosetta Okeson.
Hey y'all, how we doing? As Matt just said, I am Rosetta Okeson. I am the Chief Strategist and Campaign Manager for Tashara O. Jones for Mayor. And I am the CEO and founder of Myers Okeson Political Consulting, and I use the she, her pronouns. 4 years ago, I was honored to stand with Tashara in her first run for mayor of the city of St. Louis. In that race, we were told that Tashara would not break 15% of the vote. In that race, we exceeded all expectations, coming within 888 votes of electing our city's first Black woman mayor. Let's talk about 888 real quick. For 4 years, I have carried that number around with me as a reminder of how close, like literally it's on my arm right here. This is for this race. And how much we came, and how close we came to changing and growing this city. A reminder of the incredible coalition of energetic and passionate people across our city who said yes to a new way forward for St. Louis. A reminder of an establishment which told us that a movement crying out from reform and recognition could use a dose of humility. A reminder that the work still needs to be done. And for 4 years, we have done the work. As Treasurer Tashara has built relationships across the city, state, and nation, she has worked to raise up our families and our children and fought to ensure that our people were protected and well-informed during this pandemic. She has shown up for workers, stood up to special interests, and spoke on behalf of the progressive causes from closing the workhouse. I said, from closing the workhouse to the fight for a $15 minimum wage. And all of that work has brought us here to this moment. 4 years, hundreds of thousands of doors, and 3 elections later. I am proud to have stood by Tashara every step of the way, and I'm so excited for the St. Louis that we are all going to build together with Tashara O. Jones as our first Black woman mayor. said it wasn't possible, who told us not to reach higher, to believe in better, to fight for a future that is equitable, inclusive, and led by strong, unapologetically Black women. I have only this to say. F your glass ceiling. I am so proud to introduce Tashara's son, Aiden, who will introduce Tashara.
Good evening. My name is Aiden Jeffries, but everybody calls me AJ. Guess what? Guess what? Don't tell anybody, but we won. I'd like to mention a couple people that have been with me and helped me while my mom has been running for mayor. First and foremost, my papa, Vervis Jones. He let me take over his basement for the last couple of months, and he's fully vaccinated, and so I can go back to in-person school. A couple of these other people are some of my best friends that have also been hanging out with me and helped me through this time. Santana Bolden, Taj Elliott, Matthew Hurst, Cole Rossini, Taylor Flocken, Emmy Takao, Emma Noonan, and many more. To be honest, this is very surreal because I now have the title of the first son. I am proud of my mom. She's been in politics ever since I was born. I'm proud that she made it this far in her career as the city of treasurer now for the mayor of the city of St. Louis. I know I might be a pain in the butt sometimes, but honestly, I don't think that she'd be here without me today. I know my mom thinks of me with every decision that she makes, and she wants me to make the city better someday. All right. Now introducing the mayor of the city of St. Louis, my mom, Tashara Jones.
Good evening. My name is Tashara Jones. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm the daughter of Laura and Vervis. I'm the granddaughter of Angeline and Charlie and Eddie and Daisy. Sister to Chelsea and Ida. Mother of Aiden. Daughter of Walnut Park, Hamilton Heights, and Wells Goodfellow neighborhoods. And because of you, I'm the mayor-elect of the city of St. Louis. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to my family, to my daddy, to my my daddy, to my son, my adorable son, Aiden, to my two little sisters, who are becoming two incredible women. Thank you to my campaign team at Mo Political. And most of all, thank you to everyone who has supported this campaign. Thank you to my staff in the Treasurer's office. Where are you? The baddest team in local government. And the group of the hardest working individuals in St. Louis. I love you, I love you, I love you. But I won't be too far. I'm just down the hall and around the corner. Maya Angelou wrote, "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise." St. Louis, this is an opportunity for us to rise. But I told you when I was running that we aren't done avoiding tough conversations. We are done ignoring the racism that has held our city and our region back. I made the same case 4 years ago and came up short, but I made peace with the fact that I would rather lose another election again than stop having the tough conversations in every corner of our city. But let's talk about this race. The race for mayor. And to do so, we must talk about race. Some will chalk the negativity that's been spewed over the past few weeks from the opposition to just politics, and that it should be my responsibility to just ignore it and move on for the sake of unity and civility. Come on. My professional mantra has always been, I ain't got to like you to work with you. I don't even have to love you to work with you, but we have to get things done. But I will not stay silent about the need to eradicate dog whistle racism and the underlying bigotry from the discourse of our politics. I will not stay silent when I spot racism. I will not stay silent when I spot homophobia or transphobia. I will not stay silent when I spot xenophobia. I will not stay silent when I spot religious intolerance. I will not stay silent when I spot any injustice. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King, who was assassinated 53 years ago on Easter Sunday, the day of the resurrection, he's the one who said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And this will be central to my style of governance. When I announced that I was running for mayor, and throughout the entirety of this campaign, I have said, you should be able to succeed here regardless of your skin color, regardless of who you love, regardless of your documentation status, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of how you worship, regardless of what neighborhood you live in, regardless of your health insurance status, regardless of your school district, regardless of your zip code, regardless of any identity you hold. Even if you voted for me, or if you didn't vote for me, I want to build a city where each and every one of you feels welcome. And tonight, we achieved that in an historic moment for our city. Not only will I be the first Black woman to be mayor of the city of St. Louis, but this campaign can unequivocally say that we've begun breaking down the historic racial barriers and the racial divides that exist and have existed for generations in our city. Our movement, yes, our movement, is one that spans from Natural Bridge to Holly Hills, from the intersection of Forest Park and Kings Highway to Loughborough and South Broadway. Even as we have begun to break down these dividing walls, we've been required to evaluate the substantial amount of work that's left to be done. From rebuilding and redeveloping our neighbors with communities, not to them, addressing the inequities of the delivery in our city services, and reforming our broken city government to be transparent, accessible, and open to you, the taxpayers, and the residents of the city of St. Louis. Throughout this campaign, my team and I have laid out a bold agenda to move our city forward and to prepare us for the realities we are facing in the 21st century, to restore peace, security, and prosperity to every neighborhood in our city. Maya Angelou also most famously said, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some compassion, some passion, some humor, and some style." As a city, we've been surviving. We've suffered disinvestment, decades of violence, broken promises from our city's leaders who have bowed to the wills of special interests and insider dealings. It's time for St. Louis to thrive. It's time for St. Louis to thrive. It's time to bring a breath of fresh air to our neighborhoods. I will lead with compassion, intention, a bit of humor, and yes, I hope you get to see a bit of my style. But it's not lost on me that this evening is possible because of the women who've come before me. From former State Rep Betty Thompson, who was arrested in DC for protesting apartheid in South Africa, to Miss Ollie Stewart, founder and executive director of the Southside Wellness Center and Senior Citizen Center, to the late, great Pearlie Evans, who called me to her bedside just before she died. And she told anybody who would listen, "I want Tashara to be my mayor." Mama Pearlie, you got your wish. And last but not least, Gwen Giles, one of the best political minds our city has ever seen. I'm here this evening to accept the challenge that lies before us to move our city and our region forward because of them. And here is where I'll pause and mention the most important woman in my life.
Take your time. Proud of you, baby. She's proud of you, baby.
My mama.
My mother, Laura, died of cancer at a pivotal time in my own development, when I was knocked down, but refused to be knocked out. Inspired by her grit, her tenacity, and the strength that she demonstrated even in her poor health, I stepped back and pinpointed and rooted my system of support and rebuilt my life step by step. Thank you, Mama. As mayor, I look forward to doing the same thing. We have over $500 million in federal funds on its way to our city. And I look forward to getting your input, the input of people who live and work and raise their families in our city on how to spend these funds. Because again, they're your tax dollars. That's why I'm proud to announce that we will soon be launching a transition website where everyone will have the ability and opportunity to make their voices heard. Building upon the opportunity you all had to submit your ideas on my platform page and a plan for incoming funds during the campaign, I pledge to you that my administration will usher in a new era of collaboration and cooperation between our partners directly to the west and the east, across the state and around the country. And we will become unafraid of asking for help and seeking out ideas that have worked elsewhere to grow our city, to make development equitable, to improve the processes of our city's government. On this website, you'll be able to find job openings and descriptions and ways to begin engaging with my administration. And as we move forward, transformational change will not be immediate. It will require a little patience, a little hard work, determination, and the understanding that decades of problems will not be solved within days of solutions. However, I can promise you this. Man, I'm gonna stop crying. I can promise you this. I will get up every day, day in, day out, and I will work for you. So, to the single mamas out there who are struggling to make ends meet, to the LGBT plus youth who are wondering if City Hall has you in mind, and for those of you who feel as if government has forgotten you and flat out left you behind, I will get up every day and work for you. I believe St. Louis's brightest days are ahead of us and not behind us. I believe that hope and optimism reside in every nook and cranny and neighborhood of our city. I will be the next mayor of the city of St. Louis because of you. Because of your trust in me and in your trust for a brighter tomorrow. So as Mary J. Blige, the great prophetess, once said, believe in yourself when nobody else does. And I believe in St. Louis. Do you believe in St. Louis? I believe in our future. Do you believe in our future? God bless each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of your beautiful families. And may God bless the city of St. Louis. Thank you.
Tashara Jones of St. Louis. And as usual, she only mentioned black women and not black men. The black men don't exist anymore. And black men do things. Black men mention black people. And black women don't mention black women. I think she could continue
Members
that
of the press,
policy.
we are going to hold you all here. We're going to do the press conference as soon as everybody leaves. So if you're here as a guest, we're going to ask you to get back in your cars, and she is going to meet you at the exit and greet you as you leave. So if everybody can do that,